So I popped out of the tunnel at 50 miles an hour like always.
The question is, can it keep the load from running away down what is one of the steepest highways in America?
And we're towing very heavy. We're basically maxed out.
Wait,
It's brand new oil. You smell it?
yeah, it smells oily.
NW40.
Zero W40.
Dude, that's like soy sauce.
This is a high-end performance truck. It needs to be hair-chested.
No, I don't want a hairy truck, dude. Andre, today we're going to find out if a truck designed to run Baja, in other words, the ultimate off-road course, can also tow your boat or your car. What are we driving?
Well, this is the all-new first ever 2025 Ram RHO versus the iGauntlet, the world's toughest towing test.
Let's hit it. Hey, Andre, I gotta say, I'm so happy to be riding shotgun with you in a new truck doing the iGauntlet.
Actually, first ever truck. All new truck.
Yeah, that's what's so cool, and it's
Yes.
fun to be here. I haven't done an iGauntlet in a long time, so my job, I believe, is to count brake applications.
On the way down, yes. Well, you have many jobs, but which truck is this?
Well, this is the new RHO, which kind of, oddly enough, slots somewhere in between regular Raptor and the Raptor R, and certainly a little bit below the TRX, at least in terms of horsepower.
Exactly, and the TRX is no more, really.
So
and
this is the top dog Ram now, at least the top dog off-roady Ram.
exactly. And dude, Jen and I, a couple of weeks ago, we went top speed in the desert. We rock crawled in this truck, so we know this truck is capable off-road. But what about towing?
Yeah, and the first test, of course, is how well does it control our load going down the world's toughest towing test, and that's something we're about to find out now. We did look up our previous winner, and that was the Raptor R.
Exactly.
Only one brake application.
That was incredible.
And
yes.
The way we score this is basically the more times you have to hit the brakes, the less work the truck is doing, the more work you're doing, and so the more brake applications, the worse.
Yes.
And the TRX and the regular Raptor both had 4, so if this thing's going to succeed, it's got to do better than 4.
Or equal to 4.
Or equal to 4.
Yeah. So I popped out of the tunnel at 50 miles an hour like always.
I'm putting my glasses on, Andre.
Yes. As soon as it hits 61, so right over the speed limit, I'm going to apply my brakes. Tow haul mode enabled. Everything is enabled. So here's my first one. Here we go.
I am counting. That is 1.
There's 1. You know what? It downshifted several times. That's really good, actually.
Nice.
Yeah.
The question is, can it keep the load from running away down what is one of the steepest highways in America?
And we're towing very heavy. We're basically maxed out.
Yeah, for this truck. And of course, you guys know, if you've been watching the Ike, that off-road trucks actually don't tow as much as their more on-road cousins. 2! Uh-oh. This is not a good start, Andre.
Voila! Take a look at this.
Hey, it's missing 2 cylinders and a V.
No, dude, this is a inline 6, which is a perfect orientation for an engine.
For a BMW.
No, for a semi-truck.
For a Cummins.
Okay.
What do we got here, Andre?
It's the high output engine, the Hurricane. We've never tested it on the iGauntlet before. Power rating is 540 horsepower at 5,700 RPM, and the torque is 521 pound-feet at 3,500 RPM.
I love the air cleaner.
Yes.
I love the fact that it has a functional hood scoop.
Yes.
But I've been searching around for the dipstick, Andre. Where is it?
You will not find one.
Why not?
Well, I think technology has moved on. We don't need dipsticks anymore, apparently.
I disagree. I think we do need dipsticks.
But
Man, we need dipsticks.
But inside the truck, there's a digital oil level meter and a digital oil life meter.
So what if I want to feel the grit in the earth, in the oil? What if I want to smell it?
You open this.
Yeah.
Should I do it?
No, don't open. No, don't. All right, open it.
It's hot.
Don't open it. All right, open
it. No. Oh, well, you could look there.
It's not going to do anything. It's not the coolant. You can open it. Don't open it.
Okay,
So I don't want to feel it now.
Wait.
It's brand new oil. You smell it?
Yeah, it smells oily.
10W40.
0W40. Did you see this? That's the oil. So that's how
Zero W.
Yeah.
Viscosity on that is 0W40.
So that's how you smell your oil, okay?
Yeah. Dude, that's like soy sauce.
Take a look at my RPM. I'm just above 4,000, and the engine is so smooth and quiet, you almost cannot hear the engine.
Yeah, that's another problem. I kind of wish I could hear the engine.
Yeah.
I kind of want to hear the engine in what is, a badass off-road truck.
Exactly, and also for driving trailers in the mountains, you need the feedback from your vehicle, right? You kind of need to understand. And look, we're kind of using all the RPM, and I think the issue we're seeing is that we need displacement, right? This is number 3.
Ooh, yeah. I mean, the bigger the cylinder, the more cylinders, the more displacement, and the more engine braking you have.
Yeah, just air pressure, you know, and back pressure from the engine.
And this, of course, has a 6-cylinder, unlike the previous TRX, which had a supercharged 8-cylinder. So it's much smaller. I kind of feel like this thing is zipping up very quickly.
It is zipping up very quickly.
Yeah.
I just checked my gain. We're at 4.5. The trailer is connected. It's telling me we're towing about 20. I have to hit it again, dude.
That's 4, dude. So we're already at 4. I'm starting to think back to some of the X that we've done where, trucks have made us hit the brakes. I don't want to say not succeeded, because look, the more you hit the brakes, the more chance you are of overheating the brake. When you overheat brakes and they don't work as well, then you got to start worrying about a runaway truck ramp. So that's why we're saying the more, the worse. I mean, we've had trucks that have done 10, 11, you remember?
11, sometimes 12.
Yeah, but that's really at the bottom of the barrel.
I have to do it again.
All right, we're at 5 now. So now we've just surpassed both the Raptor, the TRX, and the Raptor R.
But you know what? I think the truck is giving me everything it's got. I mean, the RPM, RPM are very high. It's almost about 5,000 RPM.
So it's trying.
It's trying.
It's just not succeeding.
Right. It's trying to do it. I think it's doing everything correctly. It's just not succeeding. It's slowing me down.
So what does RHO stand for, dude?
Rhino.
Or really high output?
Or Ram high output. Or none of the above.
Or remove the Hemi.
Remove Hellcat option.
Oh, not remove the Hemi. Remove Hellcat option. Is that another one?
Yeah.
That's 6, dude. I like when a truck succeeds. I'm cheering for you, RHO. Come on, you can do it. This thing squats like me after a bad Mexican meal.
Well, we need to measure the squat properly, okay?
I don't want to measure my squat.
But we're trying to help it, right? Yes, it has a softer spring suspension on this RHO, but we're using our WaySafe hitch with weight distribution bars. So these are the steel bars, and they mount to the trailer. And it also has a little bit of trailer sway help because it's steel on steel action right here. And look, we can have a gauge. We know exactly what the tongue load is. I can adjust it using the screw. So if it's a little bit too little or too much, I can change it right here. Really great hitch. You should check it out using the link in the description below. We're about precision here at TFL Truck. So I measured before we put the trailer on. Alex and I measured. It was 42 inches. Now it's about 38 and a half. Whoa.
So 3.5 inches of squat.
Yeah, that's quite a bit, actually.
That is a lot of squat for a truck. And for other things, Andre, I'm going with that.
My wife wouldn't agree. Dude, if this truck had no luxurious options, it would have about 1,500 pounds of payload, but we have a few additions, and the payload is 1,315 pounds, which is okay-ish, but not great.
Yeah, there are mid-sized trucks with that much payload, Andre.
Or more.
Or more, yeah.
We have to always talk about stability, right?
Yeah, how does it feel?
The truck is super stable.
That's good.
And it's because it's heavy and it's wide, and those are good things for a truck for towing. Another one.
All right, 7, Andre. We're about more than halfway down now. And there's the runaway truck ramp. Now we're at
I don't
8.
want to use it.
Now we're at 8. How's the temperatures look?
Amazing.
Going down should be easy.
Yeah, going down, the transmission is 203, coolant is 187.
So
that's another one. Oil temp 196. Oil pressure is fine. This truck is just, is in good condition, but the brake applications are a bit high. There, it's 10.
That's 10, yeah.
So it's definitely worse than the Raptor R,
Yes, by a
and the
lot.
TRX. It's definitely worse as far as brake applications.
In fact, we may be going for the record
In the wrong direction.
in the wrong direction, yeah.
Yeah,
We're almost at the bottom. I can see where it's flattening out.
yeah.
So, yeah.
Do you smell brakes? I don't smell any brakes. I
don't smell
mean,
any.
I
I
think
don't
we're
smell
okay.
I mean, basically, it's doing a poor job of grade shifting. And that's 11. And it's doing a poor job of actually...
No, I think it's grade shifting. It's just doesn't have any pressure behind it.
But that means it's doing a poor job of it.
It has no more RPM.
Yeah.
Do you want to go to 7,000 RPM?
No, I'm just saying that the point of grade shifting is you actually slow the vehicle down so you don't
Yes.
have to use the brakes. So I get what you're saying. It's trying its best, but its best is not
No.
good. So that's a lot, Andre.
11.
Yeah. All right, well, I think it's time we find out if this hurricane's prodigious power helps on the way up.
High output.
High output.
That was 11 brake applications. 11.
Andre, this truck has a passenger screen.
Yeah, this is one of the luxurious options that it has.
This is my biggest problem with this truck.
What?
Because even with the screen on or the screen off, all I see is my horrible jowls.
Wait, why?
Because it's reflecting my jowls, Andre. This is horrible.
Oh, it's a mirror.
Yeah, I'm just
It's
looking
basically a
at
mirror.
myself, and
Here, why don't you cover it up?
yeah, this is not good, dude.
Cover-
This is not funny. I don't want to see myself. This is how I'm not one of those people who likes to look at themselves in the mirror. I'm look at that. You see me? Do I really look like this?
I'm not gonna comment.
What happened?
I'm not commenting. This truck has the optional and humongous 14.5-inch vertical display, which also means, Roman, that they put the gain control digitally, right?
Yeah, but where does it show up?
This is what confused me. So I did like plus or minus, but it actually shows up in my main screen as far as what the digits are. Oh, it also shows up here, but you have to get to the screen through several different screens. But you know what I love? I love gauges, and I have lots of gauges.
You know what else I love, Andre?
What?
I love real switches. Look, it's got these real, not fake auxiliary switches. It's got these real knobs for tuning, for volume, and for tune. And get this, real buttons, not digital buttons for HVAC.
Yeah, I can control my fan speed, my temperature, even my traction control setting right there.
Hooray, Ram!
All right, are you ready to launch this high output Hurricane?
I am ready to launch this high output Hurricane.
Okay.
Or actually, I'm ready to be launched in the high output.
Yes.
You launch it, Andre. Here we go
Okay.
up the hill. As you guys know, 8 minutes
Is the perfect time?
is the perfect time. World toughest towing test. Uphill. Here we go.
Okay, I'll tell you when.
All right, tell me when.
Hit it now.
I hit it now, Andre. And we'll see how long it takes to get to 60.
Okay, we're at 50 miles an hour and 60.
9 seconds.
Actually, that's not too bad.
No, I know. Not as quick as a Cybertruck. You said that did it in what, 6?
Yeah, the electric trucks is almost non-fair. When you're towing with an electric pickup.
They don't have to downshift.
No, they just go.
Let's go. This is the uphill section. And what makes it so difficult is that it's very steep.
Yep. And
Very cold, but it's not all that cold today, actually. It's only 46, Andre.
yeah, it's 46 degrees, which is actually warm for this time of year up here.
Yeah, it doesn't feel very holiday-ish, does it?
No, I mean, there's a little bit of snow in the mountains, but the road is clear. So this is a 7% grade. That's why it's the world's toughest towing test. And also, the elevation makes it hard too, right? Over 11,000 feet of elevation.
As you guys know, we start kind of relatively flat, and then we quickly get much steeper. Did you ever put more controls on your...
Yeah, let me put some gauges
Yeah,
on.
put some gauges up there so people can watch them.
Sorry, so I set my cruise control actually because this engine is so powerful
Yeah.
that I figured why not? Just let it, cruise control itself
Okay.
and see how that works. This has hands-free driving, but it's not available while towing.
Unlike GM's.
Yeah. So let me get some more gauges. Thank you for reminding me.
Yeah. You know, when I was driving this the other day, I feel like they've gone the way of the Germans, and that is there's way too much stuff you can configure. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I used to complain when, you know, in the olden days you had a little switch that said like sporty, normal, and comfortable.
Or overdrive transmission or something.
Just, you know, you could just be, I want the sport, I want normal, I want comfort. Now, you can adjust the throttle response, you can adjust the suspension, you can adjust, what else is there?
You could look at every gauge. I mean, I love gauges, you know me, right? Because, you know, we do the testing, we need to know exactly, coolant is getting warm. 214, so it's climbing. It's not dangerous or anything, it's just climbing a little bit.
The other thing we found about this truck that the competition does a little better is we just stopped and got some lunch between the uphill, which is the downhill and the uphill section, and it did not remember that we were towing. In other words, it did not put it into tow haul mode. Jesus, I see that guy. Even though it has a trailer hooked up to it.
Exactly. So
it takes you out of tow haul mode.
It's not ideal, right? The truck is set up.
Good?
Yeah, there's no lines here, so
it's a little tricky.
It's a little tricky because we have traffic. And I don't know why that Dodge Charger was so close to me.
He's over the line already.
I have no idea why.
He's been imbibing a little too much in the holiday festive mood. All right. This is, I have to say, one of the quietest trucks that we've ever experienced, so I'm going to shut up and let you guys watch. Andre, we are at about 60, between 59 and 61 decibels.
I think 59 was the quietest truck ever, and this is matching it.
This is matching it.
You know what? But
this is whisper quiet. I could whisper, and you guys could still hear me.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
You know what? And the other thing is,
why do we sound like two 16-year-old girls, Andre?
I have no idea, but this is a high-end performance truck. It needs to be hair-chested, loud.
Dare I say, square-jawed.
Square-jawed.
I'm not sure I want a hair-chested truck.
Come on, you do.
No, I don't want a hairy truck, dude. So how's the power?
Dude, the power is great. Look, it's telling me the number of kilowatts and Newton meters I'm using right now.
Dare I say too much information?
Dude, why doesn't it do pound-feet of torque and horsepower? You know, we're not in Europe right now.
Yeah, that's like Cadillac's new way of telling you what vehicle they have, right?
Yeah.
Their little nomenclature that has confused the hell out of everybody. Now we've got gauges that are telling us Newton meters. Wonderful.
So we're staying in fourth gear for the most of this climb. It's just under 4,000 RPM. It's like an afternoon drive. You know, it's easy. I don't feel like the truck is straining much. I think it's really powerful, dude. This got the power.
It's got the power.
Yes.
It's got. I'm not gonna sing.
Look at those mountain peaks.
Watch
Beautiful.
the road, Andre. Don't look at the mountain peaks.
No, I'm enjoying it.
You've got guys in Chargers that are imbibing the mountain peak view a little too much. Yeah, I agree. This is stress-free. This is, unlike going downhill, this would be the converse of that. It's just very easy. I could fall asleep, dude.
I'm not gonna fall asleep because I'm driving.
No, you don't fall asleep, but I could fall asleep.
But, you know, we gotta talk about the suspension, right? Because there's a couple of things that happens when you put it in tow haul mode.
It firms up the suspension.
It firms up the shocks and the dampers, right? The Bilsteins. But there's still a little bit of that floating feeling, right?
It is an off-road truck after all.
Yeah.
I mean, on the highway that's like very smooth as this, it is very comfortable. It's when you get into a little bit of that porpoising, a little bit of that kind of, you know, washboardy kind of road that you start to feel that this suspension is a little loosey-goosey, but here on the highway, it feels perfect.
So the biggest question when I was telling people that this big truck has a twin-turbo 3-liter inline 6 engine, a lot of people would say, oh, it's going to overheat, right? The turbochargers are spinning too fast. It's going to overheat. It's pumping too much. But look at this. Coolant 217 still. Transmission 208. air intake temperature is 84. It's controlling the air. It's controlling everything nicely.
Yeah, well, it is middle of winter, Andre, so...
Okay. But you said it was a warm day.
I mean, it's a
pretty
warm day, but it's still winter. So outside temperature has now dropped to 37. I mean, I'd love to actually test this. Maybe when we can get back in... Maybe if we can get it back in the summer, we can actually run it up our torture test. But, you know, no drama, dude. No drama whatsoever.
No drama. It's going to be, I think, a perfect time.
Yeah.
I'm going to check my MPGs, because we always do.
Maybe better than perfect at the rate we're going. You've been flying up this hill, dude. Look at this. Perfect time is 8, and we're almost at the top.
Okay.
See, there you go. There's a little bit of harshness when you run over some of those holes. But otherwise, it's great.
Yeah, I think the thing is, because it does squat a lot,
Yeah.
it's the springs, right? I mean, they're configured for off-roading.
And...
Stopping now.
No, there you go. 754, 755 almost.
Okay. And 4.1 MPG. 4.1. So it seems like it's a little bit more precise. Before the Ram trucks we tested, they never got below 4.7 MPG. I think there was some sort of a computer minimum, but this truck was communicating to us all the data. Makes sense.
Do you remember when we first started doing these, Andre, and trucks actually struggled to get 8 minutes, and now, now 8 minutes is
easy.
Like easy peasy walking down the beach.
Yeah. So we do have to kind of sum this up, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, is it a great truck for towing or not?
Well, it's a great truck for towing if you're constantly going uphill. So I would highly recommend it for that.
Okay.
If you have to go downhill, maybe not so much.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think that I think it gets a great score on the uphill portion, and it. If I were in grade school,
Yeah.
I'd get that little needs improvement.
Needs improvement.
Needs improvement. Yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, nothing dangerous happened today, right?
No.
You know, we didn't overheat the brakes,
No.
we didn't overheat the engine, but like you said, it could be a little bit better on the or a lot better on the downhill.
The way I would sum it up, Andre, is, you know, I ride dual sport motorcycles, right?
Yes.
And it's hard to incorporate two things, going off-road and being good on-road, right? Because it's a compromise. And I kind of feel the same way about these off-road trucks. Better it is off-road, kind of the worse it is at towing. And we know that because you lose payload, and because you lose payload, you also then lose
The towing ability.
potential
Yeah.
top-end towing, right? So we're maxing this thing out at, what, almost 8,500?
Yes.
Which is what, you know,
Most other half-tons would,
would not even think about doing, right?
Right,
If this
right.
was just a regular Ram 1500 or a 4.5 150, you know, 10,000 would be like not a big deal. Here we're at 1,500
below that.
below that, yeah. Andre, I'm going to ask you 3 questions.
Wow, that's a lot.
All right, first question is, how much does a Raptor start at?
The Raptor, the current one, F-150 Raptor, starts at about $80,000 after destination.
How much does the RHO start at if you don't have the bells and whistles like that screen? I don't.
$72,000. So there's almost $8,000 between them.
And how much is as tested?
$84,000 for this puppy right there.
That's a breathtaking number, Andre.
So it is getting pricier and pricier.
You remember when we bought our TRX?
It was 77 with options.
Exactly.
But that was 3 years ago. That was like another lifetime ago.
That was before COVID, before supply chain issues.
Yeah.
In the good old days, Andre, 4 years ago. Well, guys, thank you for watching. We really appreciate it. And Andre, where should they go for more Ike reviews?
oldtfl.com and tfltruck.com.
By the way, why are you wearing, like, you look like Prime. You look like, you know, a Russian version of Prime.
Dude, Mr. Truck taught me this long time before Coach Prime ever entered our lives.
All right, I want to be a cowboy. See you guys next time. Ciao.